Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We all want to build and manage our finances, but most of us are unable to get to where we really want to be. In this video, I'm going to share with you 7 life-changing lessons that I have learned from Guide to Investing that'll help you change your money game and also contribute towards building your finances. First important lesson that I have learned from this book is that financial education is the only key to today's wealth. We all have heard and know about the 80-20% rule, where 20% of the causes affect 80% of the consequences. But when it comes to the financial world, it's really the 90-10 rule that actually applies, which means 10% of the people in this world control 90% of wealth around the world. And this has always been true now for a long time. But what's really changed today is the opportunity to join this 10% club. Now, if you look back at the Arvarian age, you had to be born in a royal family to be part of this 10% club. Or in the industrial age, you had to be able to own a lot of land. But today, we are living in the information age. And the only criteria for you to join the 10% club in this era is your financial knowledge. Knowing how to manage your finances and being able to identify good and bad expenses can make a big difference in your financial status. And mastering this can ultimately bring you to join the 10% club. So, the more you know, the greater your chances are of being rich. For me personally, investing in financial subject has brought a big difference in the way I think or feel before spending on anything. You basically kind of start realizing how everything is built or designed in a way that is made to look necessary, but in reality is just only a bad expense. And you definitely don't want to be a victim of a business model that's trying to pull as much money as possible from your wallet. So the only take for me from this lesson is that financial knowledge is your only gateway to join the today's 10% club. The next thing that I have learned from this book is changing the money idea. Changing your mindset or how you feel about money can actually let you see things only a few people get to see. Now, what I really mean by that is, right from the start, we've always been taught that money is limited and we are supposed to work very hard to earn money. But what you really need to start believing is that this world is full of wealth, and with a little expense control and financial knowledge, it is possible for you to direct that money towards yourself. Once you're able to make that mind shift, it'll be easy for you to recognize opportunities that help you build wealth. For me, this mind shift alone has given me enough motivation to invest myself in financial education. And maybe this could be all that you need in skillfully using your mind to build your finances. The third important lesson is to have a financial plan. We all make plans for simple things in life, like for going on a holiday or to even party on a weekend. But how many of us make plans when it comes to our finances and actually stick to it? The only way to build your finances is to let the compounding work by following a simple plan consistently over a long period of time. Let's, for example, take the retirement plan. Retirement plan can be boring with simple steps or fixed number of steps that you would need to follow every month. Let's say you want to have X amount of money by the time you're 60, so work out the math and determine the Y amount that you will need to save every month in order to get there. This can really be boring and you will have to do this for a long period of time. But how many of us actually save keeping the retirement plan in mind? We all know about this. Having a financial plan has personally helped me cut down on my impulsive buying behavior. Now, every time I want to buy something new and expensive, there is this financial plan running in my head screaming to me that you're not going to get where you want to be if you're going to buy this today. So basically, having a financial plan has helped me build good money habits, and that's why I highly recommend having a financial plan, because it's very easy to lose track of things when it comes to finances, especially when there are so many shiny things around you that you can buy and you have the bank balance for it. Once you have your financial plan in place, the next thing for you to do is to evaluate your financial score every now and then. Most of us measure our performance, be it in fitness or in career. But how many of us actually measure ourselves in terms of financial status? Not too many of us, mainly because we haven't thought to do such a thing, nor we see people around us doing something like that. So once you have your financial plan, calculate your monthly financial score to see how you're doing. For example, let's say you want to save X amount of money every month in order to be able to have $100K by the end of this year. But when you calculated your monthly financial score, you kind of realize that you weren't able to save as much as you thought you would. So this kind of gives you an opportunity to start thinking as to how you're going to cover up for that loss in the upcoming months in order to meet your yearly target. Having a monthly financial score can again help you regulate your spending habits, and it's a good way to kind of see how you're doing overall in being able to meet your yearly target. I kind of like to score myself in terms of financial status every twice a month. The first one would be in the middle of the month, and then the next one would be at the end of the month. So it kind of helps me, like, knowing how I'm doing in the middle of the month with respect to my finances helps me to be within my limits by the end of the month. So always have a financial plan and make sure to check your monthly financial score. The fifth important lesson that I have learned from this book is that being an investor or investing is not always about being able to buy big and expensive assets. You need not really have to wait till you have a lot of money to be able to buy big assets and then call yourself an investor. What a lot of people don't know is that investing is also about building an asset. And when I say building an asset, what I really mean here is that to be able to build businesses that can generate revenue. Not a lot of businesses would actually need a lot of budget to get started. For example, look at Amazon. Jeff Bezos started Amazon in a garage with a few of his friends and a limited amount of money. And today, Amazon is worth billions of dollars. Now, you might be wondering how it is possible for you to build your own assets or to start your own business, especially when you have a full-time job that you need to stick to manage your living. So that brings us to our next lesson. Keep your day job and work part-time on your business. Now, a lot of us can argue that we do not have enough time to start our own business, especially when we have a day job to maintain that leaves us no time and energy. And also, most of us do not have the luxury of quitting our day job and following our passion in starting our own business like a few fortunate ones. The biggest motivation that the author in this book gives is that to keep your day job and to work part time on your business. Now, to elaborate a little bit more on this, if you're an engineer, then keep your day job as an IT professional, but in the part time, freelance your software skills. Maybe help a company build their website. Or if you're a doctor, during your part time, maybe work on researching antidotes for medical conditions that do not presently have a cure. Now, that's how you get started in your own business as a part timer. And if you do it consistently over a long period of time, maybe someday it would generate enough revenue for you to support your living. And once that happens, that's when you make a full-time move to an entrepreneur. So those were some of the important lessons that I have taken away from this book that have highly impacted many aspects of my life. I recommend this book to everybody. If these lessons have brought any difference in your money habits, then please share your experience by commenting below. Please subscribe to my channel for more productive ideas and financial management lessons.